and go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our second forum, ESEM 5634, Educational Research Methodology. Our lecturer is Dr. Nasir, and my group is Group 2. Chan Boon is the group leader, and Yao Leslie is my group member, and myself, Yvonne Chan Sweeken. Now, the purpose of this forum is to explain how quantitative data is collected and analyzed, and we will comment on the data collection and analysis of the study. This article is based on coronavirus COVID-19 and online learning in higher institutions of education, a survey of the perceptions of Ghanaian international students in China. Now, in late December of 2019, COVID-19 invaded mankind, causing massive disruption, and education wasn't an exception. There was a sudden shift from face-to-face learning to virtual learning due to pandemic. Now, this is a global phenomenon because all universities were shut and all schools were also shut and caused the whole world to go into self-quarantine. Now, to go around this issue, academic leaders say emergency remote instruction, ERI, as an antidote to address the problem of lesson delivery. But the question is, how efficient is remote learning? Now, this forum aims to review the study, which was carried out through a quantitative approach, and the theoretical framework adopted was online collaborative learning. The subject of this study is Ghanaian students studying in universities in Beijing, China. Now, we will evaluate the data collection and analysis procedures, scrutinize the form of instruments for data collection and analysis. And to give you all an overview of tonight's forum, the study investigates the query of whether Ghanaian international students learning in China were satisfied with large-scale online learning. Now, the literature in this study forms a major part of it because it adopts a quantitative methodology. Hence, the literature influences the research aims and questions heavily. The problem questions that came up were their view of credibility and effectiveness the online learning course content was, the level of awareness they had toward COVID-19 pandemic, how content they were with the learning resources they had access to, and challenges they are more prone to encountering during online learning. Now, these issues were identified when Ghanaian students vented the frustration and dissatisfactions on social media, which led John Demuyekor to conduct a quantitative study on this phenomenon. Right, thank you, and on to you, Leslie.
Thank you, Yvonne. Next slide, please. Okay, now let's look at the methodology. The research approach used in this study was quantitative approach. Next slide. Okay, now let's delve into the data collection approach. The study employed a purposeful online survey of Ghanaian international students in Beijing, China, utilizing WeChat groups as the primary platform for participant selection and survey distribution. Targeted WeChat group consisting of 360 students, but only 330 students actively engaged in group discussions and interactions. The survey was distributed to 330 active participants, resulting in 315 valid responses, achieving a 95% of response rate. Survey questionnaire tailored to e-learning needs covering 4 dimensions, including the effectiveness and credibility of online learning, the availability of learning resources, students' e-learning challenges, and awareness of COVID-19. The survey link was distributed via WeChat group platforms. SurveyMonkey software was employed for data collection. 5-point Likert scale was utilized for the responses. Data collection period. Next slide. Thank you. Data was collected from March to mid-April 2020. The survey was intentionally kept brief, approximately 9 minutes in duration. Bi-weekly reminders were sent to increase response rates. Currently, let's explore the data analysis. SPSS software version 20 was utilized for data analysis. The study employed descriptive statistics to analyze demographic attributes. Reliability analysis was performed to ensure survey instrument consistency. Chromebox alpha reliability values range from 0.831 to 0.923, with an overall reliability of 0.981. Mean scores were calculated for each subscale variable to assess students' perceptions. Now, let's review the key findings and analysis. First, effectiveness of online learning. The mean score was 3.77. Most students perceive online learning as highly effective, which highlights students' adaptability and the potential of online learning to offer quality education. Second, COVID-19 awareness. The mean score was 3.72. Students demonstrated a strong understanding of the COVID-19 pandemic. High level of awareness suggests efficient dissemination of accurate information by educational institutions. Next. 3. Satisfaction with learning resources. Mean score was 3.74. Students generally satisfied with the provided learning resources. Institutions should continue investing in and improving accessibility of learning resources to accommodate diverse learning preferences. Fourth, challenges faced. The mean score was 3.51. Challenges include high internet costs for students outside China, time zone differences, and poor internet connectivity within China. This situation requires collaborative efforts from institutions, policymakers, and telecommunication providers to ensure equitable access to online learning resources. Next, let's look at the implications. Proactive measures were urged to aid students in transitioning to online learning. Calls for prioritizing connectivity issues to ensure equitable access for all students. Next, I will pass to Chan Boon Sing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. Now let's look at the strengths of the methodology. One of the standout strengths of this study is its methodological rigor and innovation. By employing online surveys, Demuyeko capitalized on a method that was both efficient and cost-effective, particularly relevant during a time when traditional face-to-face research methods were impractical, if not impossible. The application of descriptive and inferential statistics through SPSS software for data analysis further strengthened the study's framework, allowing for a nuanced understanding of students' perceptions and experiences. The reliability of the survey instrument, as evidenced by Cronbach alpha values exceeding the accepted threshold, underscores the credibility of the findings and speaks to the meticulous approach taken in this research. However, no study is without its limitations, and it's crucial to acknowledge where enhancements could be made. The focus on a single nationality while offering in-depth insights may limit the findings' generalizability to other students' populations. Furthermore, the reliance on quantitative data, though valuable, may overlook the rich qualitative insights that could further enrich our understanding of students' experiences with online learning. Despite these limitations, Demuyako's study provides invaluable insights into the effectiveness of online learning during an unparalleled global crisis. The positive perception of online learning's effectiveness among Ghanaian students, coupled with their satisfaction with the available learning resources, highlights the potential of digital education in emergencies. As we look to the future, this study serves as a clarion call for educational institutes worldwide to prioritize the enhancement of digital learning environments. The findings underscore the importance of continued research and development in this area, ensuring that online learning strategies are inclusive, accessible, and effective for students across the globe. In conclusion, Demoyako's research not only sheds light on the experiences of a specific student demographic during the pandemic, but also offers a roadmap for enhancing digital education in response to global challenges. As we continue to navigate these uncertain times, let us take these lessons to heart, striving for an educational landscape that is resilient, adaptive, and inclusive for all. Thank you.